up? I am Latasha, short, Tasha for short. Hopefully you're having a good day. Everything is fine. I fix my shirt, make sure my chest ain't out. But everything is good. Still got time to go vote here in Alabama. I think voting is closed in Georgia. If you're an hour ahead, I don't know if it's open to 8 in Georgia, but I know here it closes at 7. So you got 51 minutes to go vote. If you haven't in Alabama, you got 51 minutes to go vote in Alabama. If you haven't voted, vote, vote, vote. Get out and vote. I hope we all went and cast our vote. The majority of us went and cast to vote today at some point. You had 7 o'clock. It opened up at 7 o'clock this morning, a.m. Closes at 7 p.m. So vote or die. Vote or die, that was a thing. Vote or die. But hopefully y'all catch y'all vote. Hopefully you had a good day. If you went to work, hopefully work went well. For the kids that's still in school, hopefully school went well. Most kids are out of school. We're about to get out for school. Hopefully you guys have a great summer. If you're going to summer camp, hopefully that goes well. Hopefully everybody got good grades. I was discussing awards day for the kids at my school. Like, I think it was like the 9th, 10th, and 11th graders. A lot of those kids got awards. It's proud for them. A honor roll, A honor roll. They'll receive awards for doing dual enrollment, taking college courses for like welding and different stuff. Some of them did dual enrollment at 2 colleges, some at for like technology, like a community college, and then some was doing other like 4-year colleges, dual enrollment for like 4-year colleges and stuff like that. So shout out to those kids and the achievements that they achieved for this year. Moving on to be seniors next year. They're gonna graduate. It'll be so that part of their life will be over with. On to either working or continuing their education after high school. But yep, hopefully everything is going well. See if anybody comes on here. Shout out to my birthday people. Happy birthday to my birthday people. Came on here this morning. Just tell people to get out and vote this morning. Hopefully everybody did. I know that many people wasn't on here this morning, but hopefully everybody done voted. If you haven't, you still got time to go vote. So make sure you get that in before 7 o'clock. If you're in Alabama, probably got about 40-something minutes, 8 minutes before the polls close at 7 p.m. You got 48 minutes before the polls close at 7 p.m. at here in Alabama. I'm on Central Standard Time. Some people are on Eastern Standard Time, but I don't know what parts of Alabama. I don't know if all of Alabama is on Central Standard Time, or if you're closer to Georgia, your Eastern Standard Time. Your Eastern Standard Time, but hopefully everybody's doing good, taking care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Hopefully, staying prayed up, staying in your Bible, reading your Bible, going to church, going to Bible study, having that spiritual connection to God. If you're going through things, if you're sick, hopefully you get better. Stay prayed up. Pray to God that you feel better as each and every day goes by. Hopefully things get better for you if you're dealing with things financially. Hopefully things get better for you financially. And I know we live in a world where I don't know, I was reading something. Shula King, he just posted one of his reels, and it was a woman said that she feel like she was being punished for doing better. She got kicked off of section. I don't know where she is, but this happens everywhere. But she got kicked off of section 8 because she got a better job, which that's what happens. Because if you can only make so much money to be on section 8. If you make more than the required amount to get on Section 8, if you make any more, even a little bit more, you're gonna get kicked off because you got more money. It's just like where I'm at. I was talking about income-based housing, which if you make a certain amount of money, they're gonna raise your rent. If you start working more hours, you're making more money, they're gonna raise your rent because it's income based. And people complain about that too, but it's called income based housing for a reason. They go by your income. So if you're only making $100 a week, which is nothing, they go by your gross income too. This is not before taxes. They go by your gross income, what you make before taxes instead of after taxes. This is not, they don't go by what you make after they take the taxes out. They go by your gross income, which is what you make before they take the taxes out. So if you make like $150 a week before they take taxes out, that's $600 a month, which is nothing. So they're gonna go by that. They're gonna count your rent, whatever you pay in rent. So they're gonna take that out and go by whatever that is. But so if you making $600 a month, which is nothing, they're gonna go by that amount because they know you gotta eat. And you probably should, if you're only getting that, you're probably gonna be receiving an EBT. Depending on how many kids you got or whatever. If you got a child or whatever it is, that factors into it too, because they go by how many people in your household and all that. But that's how this country is set up. The more money you make, the more money they take. That's how it works. So it ain't only happening to her. I ain't never been on Section 8, but I tried to get on it, and in the area where I'm at, nobody really takes Section 8. There's nowhere you could go. Like I said, this is a college. It's a college here, so the apartments in this area are for students, and they're real high in rent. They charge high rent, so the apartments in this area are for students. So you're not really gonna find any Section 8 housing in this area, and that it was real difficult to find anybody that took Section 8 in this area because the area is small. So it is what it is, but honey, that's the way this country set up. It ain't only her. Well, you feel like when you take it, you feel like you're ahead a little bit, and then they just feel like they knocking you back down pretty much. So this is America. That's all I gotta say. But going into my little stuff for today. See if anybody comes on. Find out see what I'm trying to talk about. I wrote it down. Take my little notes so I can see what I'm going over for today. It's probably like 4 or 5 pages. But get to the beginning. Alright. The 19th. Okay, daily affirmations for today. See if anybody comes on. Daily affirmations for today is May 19th, Tuesday, 2026. Got 3 daily affirmations. I love who I am and who I am becoming. I love who I am and who I am becoming. I control my thoughts, energy, and actions. I control my thoughts, energy, and actions. I'm going to see if they put this stuff out into the algorithm. I've been on here 9 minutes already. Nobody's on here, so that means not putting it out into the algorithm, but we'll see if they start. But when I look in the mirror, I choose to give love to myself. When I look into the mirror, I choose to give love to myself. Those are the 3 daily affirmations for today. Couple Black History facts. For today. The first one is Lila Fenwick. She attended Barnard College. She graduated from Harvard Law School in 1956. She became the first African-American woman to graduate from this prestigious legal institution. And she also studied at London School of Economics and worked at the United Nations. So that was the first one. The second one is in 1960, Wilma Rudolph of Clarksville, Tennessee, won with the new Olympic record time of 11.3 seconds, in Rome with the new record time of 11.3 seconds in the women's 100-meter dash in Rome in 1960. Wilma Rudolph in 1960 from Clarksville, Tennessee, got the new Olympic record of 11.3 seconds in the women's 100-meter dash in Rome in 1960. Those are the two Black History facts for today. And going into some other, some news, couple news stories. Probably we'll see how many. I don't know how many. It's probably about 3 or 4. Some of them are short, some of them are longer. But United States students' math and reading scores have crashed, erasing 20 years of progress. Now back in the 1970s low. So it's saying kids don't know math and the reading is like bad. They said their math and reading scores have like basically dropped real low, and it's erasing 20 years of progress. We was moving forward in math and reading scores with United States students, but now it has dropped to a 20-year low back into what it was in the 1970s. So that's not too good. It says national data shows a major drop in United States students' performance in both math and reading, undoing 20 years of progress. Scores among younger kids have plummeted to levels not seen since 1970. It is the sharpest setback of records recorded over the years. So we basically set back. It's been recorded and has dropped to like a 20-year low. So, which is not good. So kids can't read. So basically they said kids don't know math. They don't know how to read. So, which is bad. Going back to them taking money from education system, taking money from these schools, not paying teachers enough, and all this. So, and they wonder why our kids are not performing well when it comes to education and stuff like that. Research links the decline to the pandemic disruption, widening learning gaps, and changes in classroom engagement over time. They're saying it's because of COVID pandemic and when like all the kids were out of school and stuff, but people were out of school with COVID in other countries too, but their scores didn't drop. So I don't know. I think my son was still in school because for certain reasons he had like a learning disability. So he ended up going back to school because his grades were dropping too low, and I ended up putting him back in school. But he had that option here. So it is what it is. But kids' math and reading scores have crashed in the United States. That's the main point to that story. Tesla has, allegedly, this is what people are saying. They don't know if it's true or not. Don't take my word for it. That's why I'm saying allegedly. They say Tesla has introduced a robot for single women who don't want partners, but it's not true. I don't believe that's true. Allegedly, that's what they're saying. But I don't believe that's true because it was this story about these people having like AI boyfriends. It was some show or something where this woman had like an AI boyfriend. So it ain't too far-fetched. It's not too far-fetched if that people walk around here with AI boyfriends and AI girlfriends. So it's not that far-fetched to have like a robot as a male partner or whatever. But they say Tesla allegedly is making robots for single women to have partners. But it says something about the robot name is Optimus. Allegedly, company described it as a tool, but they said they are currently, because I did hear something about allegedly that what's his name, Elon Musk was going to stop making Teslas and start making robots, but it wasn't for women to have single women to have partners. It was for practical and industrial tasks. Yeah, for work, for replacing people. They're making robots to replace people. So that's what this is all about. I did hear allegedly that Elon Musk was making robots to replace people, like in industrial tasks and to work in factory, to do factory work, and like automation and repetitive labor, not companionship or relationships. So allegedly, that's what they were saying, was they were making robots to be with single women as partners, that for single women to have partners, but I don't believe that's true. But the part that sounds true is them making robots to replace people for like to do industrial work, factory work, and to do like labor work. So that part makes sense. It says stories. Let's see what stories calculated online. Yeah, basically what I just said. It wasn't about relationship focused features. It was appear to confirm misinformation, exaggeration, or misleading social media posts rather than verified sources. So yeah, that's what that was all about. But moving on, McDonald's is will remove self-serve soda fountain machines. It says McDonald's is removing self-serve soda fountain machines nationwide. According to Fox Business, McDonald's plans to transition away from self-serve soda machines in the United States by 2032. So they said McDonald's is moving away from the self-serve soda machines, and it's going to transition into that by 2032. The plan is to make change gradually over the next several years, or and start remodeling and updating the restaurants. It's an effort to modernize the business and reduce labor and maintenance demands. Increasingly favor takeout and drive-through sources for services for dining. So McDonald's is going away with the self-serve soda machines. That's probably because people been coming in there, taking advantage of it and going in there with filling up containers they're not supposed to be filling it up with, and then getting stuff that you're not supposed to be getting. So you can't serve yourself anymore. They said they're going to transition from that by they're going to gradually transition away from it by 2032. So moving on to the next story. Allegedly, she a rapper, so I guess that's how you pronounce her name. So Sweetie, so I guess that's how you pronounce it, sued for over $3 million by promoter, alleging no shows for shows that she had in Japan. Let's see, can't read my writing. It says they're accusing her of the promoter is accusing her of fraud, allegedly taking deposit and skipping Japan shows. The concert promoter, Moon Dream Production, she backed out of a deal to perform 4 shows in Japan in July of 2025. Court documents reportedly states she agreed to $200,000, a $200,000 deal, and received a $100,000 deposit up front. The company alleges she never performed the scheduled shows, but still went to Japan on visas that they provided for her. And they also allege that she went on to perform for other promoters on the same dates that she had scheduled to perform those concerts for in Japan, but she performed somewhere else on those same dates. Moon Dream Productions says they lost money on merchandise, promotional expenses, and venue costs, and missed out on expected profits from concerts. So that's allegedly. All that is allegedly. So just want to put that out there. They said they're suing her for the $100,000 deposit that they gave her, for millions in damages, and $3 million in punitive damages. So that's that. Moving on to emotional health. Gonna end with emotional health. Ending on emotional health. What's up? How you doing? Hopefully you doing well. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hopefully you're doing great. What's going on in your day? How you doing mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally? Hopefully y'all got y'all workout in. Hopefully y'all eat healthy, drinking plenty of water, doing stuff to de-stress, whether you're working out, going for a walk, going to the gym, going for a jog. Something to help your health physically. Eating right, getting your vegetables in, getting your protein in, drinking plenty of water, getting enough sleep. We go through this. Get enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours. Depending on your age, look it up. Tells you how many hours of sleep that you need to be getting. I'm 46. It said I need to be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So I try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I know I do because I time it. Because I'm up early at 4 in the morning. So I time to where I know where I get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. But emotional health, talking about emotional health, some emotional health essentials. Stay connected. Stay close to those who support your recovery and distance yourself from those who do not. So stay away from people who don't support you, when you're going through things, and if you're trying to recover, like if you're a recovering addict or you're recovering from some kind of drug addiction or alcoholism or something, don't be around people that don't support your recovery. Stay away from those people. Don't hang around the same people that you was hanging around before, in other words. So stay connected to people who support your recovery and distance yourself from those who do not. So stay away from people that's bad for you, in other words. Don't be around people that's bad for you. Don't be around toxic people. Don't be around negative people. Distance yourself away from people that are bad for you mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Basically, that's what they're saying. Stay determined. Find a primary reason for doing the work of emotional recovery and keep it first and foremost. Stay determined. Again, find a primary reason for doing the work of emotional recovery and keep it first and foremost. Stay intentional. Make sure we're staying intentional. Get rid of haphazard and random living. Stay deliberate and determined and powerful. Stay balanced. Keep work, love, projects, and people integrated in a finely tuned harmony. Keep work, love, projects, and people integrated in a timely tuned harmony. meaning keeping it balanced, keep everything that's going on. It's called, most people say work-life balance. That's basically what they're talking about. Keeping work and life balanced. You gotta balance it. Don't let one outweigh the other. You gotta have balance. So you gotta have some peace, have fun. You can go out, enjoy yourself along with working. Don't work yourself to death and then be all stressed out. So you gotta make it work. So work, life, and like relationships, you got to balance it out. So work life balance, basically what they're talking about. Stay strong, be known for having a great attitude, putting forth your best effort, having a good character, and always finishing strong. So that's another one. Be known for having a great attitude, putting forth your best effort, and having a good character, and always finishing strong. Stay hopeful. Make sure we're always staying hopeful. Remain confident that your future is filled with the promise of good things to come. I won't end on this. Remain confident that your future is filled with the promise of good things to come. So stay hopeful. Make sure we're all staying hopeful. And those are your emotional health essentials for today. I'm going to rewind back and go over the ones that I went over yesterday. The other ones are: stay honest with yourself and others, stay peaceful, be a peacemaker, overlook offenses, and stay serene and calm, stay grateful, remain humble and accepting, be grateful for another chance to get your life back, be grateful for another chance to wake up, start anew, accomplish new things, accomplish the things that you didn't accomplish the day before. So be grateful to wake up, have a new day, to do new things, to be able to have a day to, losing words, but be grateful just to have another day on this earth so you can do new things, accomplish new things, and be a new person that you wasn't the day before. So yeah, stay positive, keep a positive, upbeat attitude and optimistic attitude, smile, laugh, and enjoy your life. So those are some emotional health things that you can do for your emotional health. Hopefully you guys, they probably didn't put this out into the algorithm because of some stuff that I was talking about. It wasn't nothing bad. But hopefully some people will come watch this. Hopefully y'all got out and voted today. Hopefully everything is going well. Make sure you are straight if you're dealing with trauma, negativity. If you're dealing with trauma, trauma, depression, anxiety, you can always go get help. There's therapists, through a therapist, a counselor, a psychiatrist. Take care of your mental health just as well as your physical health, your emotional health. It goes hand in hand. Make sure you're straight all across the board. But y'all have a good day. Hopefully y'all have a good evening, night, morning, wherever you're in the world. Shout out to my people from Germany, the students from Germany. Hope you guys are doing well. Italy, France, India, all across the board. My boy from Egypt. I had some people from Australia. Hope you guys are doing well, having a good summer. Shout out to my ones that graduated. Shout out to Theo. Hopefully you're doing well and doing good wherever you are in the world, in this country. Hopefully you're succeeding and being successful, and you're going to be successful in your basketball career, making it to the NBA one day. So the football players, shout out to y'all that moved on, that graduated and moved on. Hopefully you can finish out your football career and move on If not the NFL, the UFL, United Football League. I think it's a CFL too. But hopefully you can just go on and finish out your football career and further your football career after now that you're done with your college career. But your college life. But hopefully you guys are good. Y'all be good. Stay straight. Nerves. Not I should be used to this, trying to get my thoughts together. But be good, not only to others. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be the light. Be the peace. Put good energy, good vibes to this world. God bless. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.